The stadium lights burned bright as Stefan Diggs dominated the field, scoring touchdowns while 70,000 fans erupted in cheers. But in the VIP suite, a storm was brewing, far more dangerous than any game. Cardi B, the queen of the Bronx, wasn't there just to watch, she was there to uncover the truth. Weeks of suspicious Instagram likes, late-night absences, and whispered rumors had led to this moment. An encrypted message arrived with a room number and a key code, pulling her into a secret that would destroy everything she thought she knew. While the world celebrated Super Bowl 60, Cardi silently left the stadium, moving with purpose through service corridors, unnoticed, unstoppable. Behind the locked doors of a boutique hotel suite, she found Stefan with the mysterious woman in red. A betrayal so blatant it could not be ignored. No screaming, no public meltdown, just icy precision, documentation, and a decision that would forever shift power, reputation, and legacy. That night, love died, but a new era of control was born. The world was about to see the rise of Cardi B, not as a victim, but as an untouchable queen, rewriting her destiny. Cardi B sat in her private suite, replaying every moment that had made her suspicious over the past months. The late-night practice sessions Stefan Diggs had suddenly taken on, the unexplained Instagram likes, and the subtle excuses that had once seemed harmless but now painted a clear pattern of deception. While the stadium roared below with fans cheering for the Super Bowl champion, she was already 3 steps ahead, analyzing, planning, and collecting evidence because she understood that betrayal in her world was never obvious. It came in small, deliberate actions that built into a bigger picture. And when the encrypted message arrived with a room number and a key code, her instincts told her this was the moment to act. She would not confront Stefan in public or make a scene during halftime. She would move silently, purposefully, and with complete control. And as she slipped through the service corridor unnoticed by cameras and security, her mind replayed every conversation where Stefan had brushed off her concerns as paranoia or postpartum stress. Every time he had lied, omitted details, or redirected her focus. And by the time she reached the boutique hotel suite, the tension in the air was palpable. Stefan's personal security guard turned pale at the sight of her, stammering excuses that she cut short with icy authority. She entered the suite to find Stefan with the woman from the Instagram trail, a betrayal so blatant it left no room for misunderstanding. And without raising her voice or throwing objects, she began recording everything, documenting the evidence that would protect her legacy, her child, and her future, placing her $200,000 engagement ring on the vanity as a statement of the life and trust that had been broken, then turning to leave without looking back, understanding that power is not in confrontation but in control. While Stefan scrambled for explanations, she walked calmly away, signaling the end of his control and the beginning of her strategy. And as she drove back to her hotel, every detail of what she had witnessed played over in her mind. The betrayal, the secrecy, and the deception crystallizing into a plan. She would not react emotionally on social media. She would not leak the footage immediately. She would wait. She would organize her legal team, coordinate with Jay-Z's advisors, and within hours, the world would see the shift from victim to queen, from heartache to authority, from silent suffering to unstoppable power. And even before the sun rose over San Francisco, Cardi B had already turned the first chapter of betrayal into the first move of a masterful strategy, proving that when you play with fire, only those who anticipate the heat survive. And she had survived, but more than that, she had positioned herself to thrive. By the early hours, Cardi B had transformed her shock into strategy, coordinating with her legal team and ROC Nation advisors to secure every asset, protect her child, and control the narrative before Stefan Diggs could react. She did not post an emotional Instagram live. She did not call friends or family. Instead, she erased him from her digital life, removing photos, posts, and public connections. A silent but devastating move that sent the message louder than any words could. While Stefan celebrated his Super Bowl victory unaware of the storm forming, Cardi and her team prepared custody petitions, financial separations, and legal protections designed to ensure that nothing she built could be jeopardized. Every action calculated, every step precise. She turned betrayal into a weapon, demonstrating to the world and the industry that power is controlled through preparation and control. Jay-Z's guidance reinforced her approach, his advice reminding her that silence, patience, and precision often accomplish more than confrontation. And within hours, blogs, gossip pages, and fan communities were buzzing, the narrative shifting from sports glory to scandal and strategy. Every move Cardi made not only protected her reputation but elevated her influence. As she planned her next public appearances, studio sessions, and business negotiations, she was no longer reacting to a broken relationship but orchestrating her transformation into a dominant force, proving that heartbreak could be leveraged into authority. And by the time the sun rose, Cardi B had already rewritten the first chapter of this betrayal, showing the world that in a game of loyalty, deception, and power, she was not a victim. She was the player controlling the board. And Stefan Diggs had no idea the level of influence he had just unleashed in the wrong hands. By midday, Cardi B had fully shifted from betrayed spouse to unstoppable force, her actions leaving Stefan Diggs scrambling to recover. While the world speculated, she remained calm, orchestrating every detail with her legal team and ROC Nation advisors, every message, every asset, every public appearance calculated to assert dominance. She released no emotional outbursts, instead, letting her strategic silence speak volumes. Her digital erasure of Stefan sent shockwaves through social media and fan communities. Sponsors began distancing themselves from him, and by the evening, Cardi was seen entering ROC Nation's Manhattan offices, dressed in all black. Composed and commanding, a silent declaration of her new era. She had turned heartbreak into authority, betrayal into opportunity, and every observer understood that this was no longer just a personal feud. It was a masterclass in control, power, and legacy, and Cardi B had claimed her throne, proving she was untouchable. The storm that began in secrecy ended in absolute control. Cardi B had turned betrayal into her ultimate power play. Stefan Diggs' Super Bowl victory suddenly overshadowed by the strategic dismantling of his personal and professional life. While the world watched, she had secured custody, protected her assets, and reinforced her legacy with precision and authority. No emotional outbursts, no public confrontations, just calculated moves that left Stefan scrambling and the industry recognizing her dominance. Every sponsor, every fan, every media outlet began to see the shift. The queen was untouchable, her empire intact, her power undeniable, and her influence expanding. This was more than a personal victory. It was a message to anyone who underestimated her. And now we want to hear from you. Was Cardi B's move justified revenge or a masterclass in strategic power? Drop your thoughts in the comments because every opinion is read. And don't forget to subscribe to the Hype Spill, turn on the notification bell, and stay tuned for the latest celebrity scandals, untold stories, and behind-the-scenes, industry moves. Because if you want the truth of 2026's biggest dramas, this is the only place to be.